What's up, space pirates? This is your captain, the ever-charming Dr. Disaster. And the more that we dig into this game Avowed, and Obsidian, the studio that made it, the more horrible blemishes that we are discovering.
Well, don't dig too deep. You might get burned by the molten lava.
The art director for this game, Matt Hansen, has set off an absolute shitstorm when it comes to this game, posting on the progressive social media echo chamber Blue Sky about how he wants to make Elon Musk angry with this game, with Avowed, and the pronoun bullshit that it engages in. By extension, he wants to make anyone who doesn't want this garbage rammed down our throats, he wants people like us to feel angry as well. But, in truth, I don't think it's anger that most people feel. Indignance maybe, but not anger. And it isn't fear that we feel either. Instead, people are disgusted by this nonsense, and we feel pity for nincompoops like this.
Save your pity for the weak. Bingo.
But now that we are digging into this game even further, some old skeletons are coming out of the closet, including old posts from this mentally deranged moron, which showcases their insane beliefs, where he, and by implicit extension the rest of his studio, are prioritizing certain races of people over others, which would be blatantly illegal. But we're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes. I don't think it rises to the level of actually being illegal, but these fools are clearly just after the virtue signaling street cred because they are chasing after the modern audience. They think that their actions make them look like this. But what they fail to recognize is what a tiny fraction of the population the modern audience accounts for. Instead, gamers are largely repelled by the shit that comes out of these people's mouths, and their ridiculous beliefs and actions actually come off like this. Alright me hearties, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and also, don't forget to follow me over on Twitter or X, or whatever you want to refer to it as these days. I keep a list on there of games lousy with wokeness pinned to the account at all times for your reference. My handle over there is Dr. Disaster 1. But alright folks, let's talk about some of this extra nonsense that we're learning about Avowed as we dig more and more into this game and its studio. It's amazing to me to think that just a couple of days ago, we were just starting to learn about this game. A screenshot of the character menu for Avowed started popping up on social media, showing pronouns in the bio in the same way that these progressive chuckleheads use pronouns in their Twitter bio. This made us all collectively worry that the game was going to be a pile of dung because it suggests an underlying commitment to woke corporate BS. In fact, I suggested that we avoid the game as a matter of principle because I have a zero tolerance for this stuff, and apparently that suggestion of mine was a good one, because clearly where there's smoke, there's fire. More and more people noticed that this pronoun stuff was included in the game until even Elon Musk was talking about it, voicing what plenty of us have been saying about the subject, that this pronoun garbage doesn't belong in a fantasy setting. It takes the user out of the experience, and it'd only be enjoyed by the narcissistic wokesters out there who can't actually roleplay. Apparently, they have to literally see themselves on the screen, or else it's a problem. But anyhow, this Matt Hansen guy, the art director for Avowed, posted yesterday that he was happy to make Elon Musk angry, and then he suggested that people were just afraid of the overbearing wokeness that these idiots push. Obsidian has now had a day to have disavowed the comments made by this guy, but their radio silence is very telling. Instead, they're disavowing us, because clearly Microsoft, which is the parent company of Obsidian, apparently Microsoft hasn't laid off enough game developers in the past few years. They're shooting for an even higher number, quite clearly. And they're also interested in employing people who are discriminatory jackasses as well. You see, back in March, this same dude was posting about Elon Musk some more. Apparently he just has a limitless hate boner for that guy, but he took a quote from Elon where he said it should not be acceptable for any company in the gaming industry to be racist and sexist against white guys, which this shouldn't be controversial at all. If you applied this statement to literally any other combination of race and sex, and even the wokesters would emphatically agree that that is not okay. But anyhow, this guy replied, "Oh, Elon, you sweet summer child, this will only embolden me, you sad sack of shit." And then, if we dig a little further, we can see that this same person on his old Twitter account, which has since been deactivated because he's completely butthurt about Elon Musk, but an old tweet of his is very damning. It says, "Reminder to black artists out there who are looking for portfolio reviews or job advice. My DMs are open and you will always have my priority. We got too many crusty white dudes in this field. Please let me help you replace me one day. I want to go back to living in the woods." Now, I gotta say, some folks out there are suggesting that this is something that Microsoft could be sued for, and I don't think so. Keep in mind, I'm not a lawyer, so take what I say here with a grain of salt. But the guy simply said that he would prioritize black folks when giving job advice or portfolio reviews. That does not appear to be the direct hiring process of Microsoft. It does, however, reflect poorly on them that they would continue to employ such a blatantly discriminatory and deranged person. But Microsoft and Obsidian are not interested in changing anything. They just want to duck their heads in the sand and pretend that all of this isn't happening. Madam Savvy over on Twitter, who does good work deep diving into the employees of companies like this, started looking at Obsidian, and the moment that she quote tweeted some of the community managers of this company, they immediately put their accounts into hiding. Seems like pretty sus behavior, and suggests that these people in fact have a lot to hide. Meanwhile, over on Steam, the tags for this game now include LGBTQ, political, and politics. And keep in mind that these tags are created by gamers and not the makers of the game, but the studio has had some time to change this now, and they are very capable of changing those tags. That's something that they can do, but they are declining to do so. That should tell us a lot about this game. These people that made it are completely warped by woke garbage, and their game will be as well. This really is starting to look a lot like Dragon Age the Veilguard all over again. But I'm going to leave it there. What do you make of all this that we're learning about Avowed and Obsidian as we dig in deeper? Drop your thoughts into the comment section below, and we will talk there.
Thanks for watching, me hearties. If you haven't already, your captain is inviting you to subscribe to the channel and become a part of the crew. Life as a space pirate may not be glamorous, but there's always plenty of booty.